Hi, fellow students and Mrs. Albin. My name is David Cleope. I'm originally from Norfolk, Virginia. However, I've lived most of my life in a small town called Chambersburg in Pennsylvania. I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia. And the life-changing moment that I would like to speak about this evening is the time I had to do 3 years in a state correctional institution. Um, it was a few years back. I had lived a lifetime, since my early teens, of addiction to alcohol and narcotics. As the years went on into my early 20s, it escalated to heroin and cocaine. This all led to me being convicted and doing 3 years in a state correctional institution in Pennsylvania. At the time, it was a life-changing moment for me because uh, my life was steadily going downhill. Even though I tried to attempted to stay sober at different times in my life, I repeatedly failed, and my consequences were getting worse and worse as time went on. This was the longest time in prison that I've ever done. So I made the choice then to take advantage of whatever tools I could that the prison offered. I got myself involved in a community therapy program. It was a rehabilitative program for 6 months. It was a cognitive restructuring program. I learned to think differently in the program. I gained a lot of tools. I learned a lot about myself and my addiction that was able to actually change my life. Also, my communication with God was open and sincere. I prayed a lot more. I studied a lot more. And that also was the biggest help to help change my life. While I was in there, I just stayed focused on changing, on thinking differently, and preparing myself for whenever I was able to leave the things that I would do to make sure I maintain sobriety and live a productive life and be helpful to my loved ones and those around me. Since that time, the things that have changed, the reason why it was a life-changing moment, I believe because my life literally changed from the moment that I stepped out. I got married. I started school. I seeked and gained good employment. I kept a positive outlook on my life. In no way at all have I used any kind of drugs in any way. And, I just gained a new happiness because of that experience. So if there's any thing that I could speak of that was a life-changing moment as far as my life is concerned, it would be that. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from all of you soon. Goodbye.